Hi there.
Welcome to another episode of What It Is. I'm Kelly McKinney of Hohenheim Productions. This is...
I'm Josh Gibson from Fourth Wall Players.
Boom! And we are here to talk about The Little Shop of Horrors remake.
Right.
Yeah, because in January 2020, Full Circle Cinema reported that another film adaptation of the musical was in the works with, check this out, this is where, I mean...
Gets exciting.
Yeah, just, you know, remakes, we're all kind of furious about it, but this is where it just... They pull a switcheroo on me, and they're just like,
yeah.
Now you want to see it, right? Because they say Taron Egerton.
Yeah, Egerton.
In talks to play Seymour. Yeah, and Scarlett Johansson. I mean, which
I'm kind of confused
that
about the Scarlett Johansson.
Right,
like
Audrey.
I get it's like ticket sales, cool.
And for whatever reason, Billy Porter voice acting Audrey too. Who's
I don't know who Billy Porter is.
Yeah, I don't know who Billy Porter is either.
But Scarlett Johansson's just a big name that they put in there. I just don't. I could be wrong. But every time I've heard her sing in the past, it's always been like jazzy, lounge music, and
right.
So, and I know like Audrey is supposed to be a belter, so I'm struggling seeing that work. Plus, she's like 40 now, right? I mean, she doesn't look like old. It's not like ancient or anything, but like Seymour and Audrey are supposed to be like in their early 20s, like they're basically kids.
Right.
So I don't know.
And see, what's interesting to me about this whole remake is that, for me, like, okay, it's listed genre comedy, horror, and musical. All right? So I understand the musical part, but like for me, comedy horror, to me, that opens up a really special opportunity to make this dark. Now, I'm not a huge proponent of making everything dark, okay, or doing a dark take on everything, but this is the whole thing, is that a comedy horror doing Little Shop of Horrors, for me, to make it campy the way that the first musical is, you're not going to be able to bring that without Rick Moranis. I don't care who's singing, it's not going to have that same punch. So it's like, make it about great vocals and a chance, my suggestion to make it dark, again, is not about making it dark, it's about making it relevant to the times. You know what I mean? To today's audience. So rather than making it campy, you make it just more realistic, and in that way, a comedy horror, to make a comedy horror more realistic, naturally it would need to be more dark.
So instead of it being like the over-the-top camp,
musical,
you would try to, okay. I mean, I could see that.
Like, write
it all in minor.
Miserables.
Switch it all to minor chords. And
yeah, go lay Miz with the motherfucker. That's what I'd say.
Well, the actual stage version, the original version, the plant eats everybody in the end. Like Seymour and Audrey don't get away.
Gotcha.
They changed that for the movie because they needed to have a happy ending, right?
I didn't know that.
So
that'd be a cool way to go with it with this one, and then they could make it really horror-ish, right? That way. Right.
Yeah, and I mean it's based on an even older, like basic horror movie about a plant that eats people, which I own, sadly. I own weird movies, but anyway.
Is it the plant? Is it the tomatoes that eat people?
No, it's not Attack. It's actually called Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
It's one of Jack Nicholson's first roles. He played,
And that one wasn't a musical?
Not at all. No, it was a short horror film. It's like
cool.
It's like I don't know. It's like between 30 minutes and an hour. It's not very long.
So that sounds cool to me.
Yeah,
like it almost sounds like a
black and white.
Of
it's a
the
black and white
Zone.
movie. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it kind of plays as.
Right.
My great friend, shout out to Brody Goodnight, let me have his. He had like a monster double feature or whatever, and he had mentioned that he'd had the one with Jack Nicholson, so let me have that. He gave it to me like years ago. So it's a good movie. And he's probably a bigger movie buff than I am, which is saying something. So, but yeah, I hope you're watching, Brody. And I'm just concerned that because you have the A-list actors in it, that it's going to overshadow the actual movie itself, and they're not going to care about
the story
or making it interesting. It's all about let's get all the close-ups of
really set construction and making the.
And I don't want that because I think they're both good actors, and I think Scarlett Johansson especially, like, people talk about and we all kind of scoff at the whole. It's hard. It gets really hard for like beautiful women in Hollywood because they get typecast, and we're all like, oh well, I wish I had millions of dollars like you, blah 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 blah. But you know, I mean, it's the thing. Like Scarlett Johansson is one of those women that she gets typecast a lot, and is just like, you know, eye candy or whatever. And I just don't want it to be that, because that's not what Audrey's character is. Somebody, Chris Evans.
And I'm wondering if this is saying that.
Hold the phone.
Actually, we have 7 different casts.
Okay, well, we're gonna look at the 7 different casts, because this is gonna be interesting.
They're all perfect. So where it was rumored that
I don't know
it
who
would
that
be,
is. Oh no, go back up. Brie Larson as Seymour? What, they gender flipped it?
Audrey, Tom Holland.
Interesting. Actually, I kind of like this.
I like that too. Yeah.
Janelle Monáe, Charlize Theron, and Michael Stuhlbarg.
The shopkeeper.
Huh.
So hold on. That's one. And we got one as.
Oh, Paul Dano would be good actually as a Seymour. Will Smith is Audrey too.
Oh gosh. I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, you never had a friend like me.
I'm saying, but that's the plan, right? So I guess that wouldn't matter so much, right?
Feed me. Sorry.
We've got. Oh my God, Kristen Stewart.
Well, I guess she can actually sing.
Okay.
So.
But like, look at that. What? Audrey too. Nick Cage. Oh my God.
Can Nick Cage sing? Can someone verify this for me?
This was a joke.
Like, hey.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Like, feed me.
Then we have
Demi. I don't even know how to say that. Yeah. Karen Gillan. I like it. Do it. Nope, I don't like this cast.
Paul, Rami Malek, Ashley Murray. Okay.
I don't want to see RuPaul in anything.
So now I'm wondering where we're getting this Chris Evans things.
That's probably one of the last ones. Randall Park, Mitski, Donald Glover is Audrey too. I think Donald Glover should be Seymour. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
He'd be a great Seymour.
I mean, well,
although Judd Hirsch as Mr. Mushnick is a really good casting.
Well, and I can see, honestly, I can see Donald Glover in any singing role.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
His range is insane. This is another one with Audrey too, as Will Smith.
Timothy Chalamet, Florence Pugh, Will Smith again.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is the dentist. Don Johnson? Who the heck cast Don Johnson in a fantasy cast?
That's hilarious.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That's kind of awesome in a weird way.
Cillian Murphy?
Oh, I love Cillian Murphy.
Can he sing?
That's what I don't know.
I do like Eminem as Audrey too. I'm sorry, but
Eminem as Audrey too. That would be funny. Wait, or in Johnny Depp. I'm liking this a little.
No.
A little less.
Get rid of Johnny Depp. But Eminem as Audrey too would be the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
That sounds hilarious and awesome. I give him a shot. Okay, this is the thing, is that I didn't see a Chris Evans.
At all. You're right.
Somewhere.
Well, so, I think there was some rumors about Chris Evans being in it, and what they're saying is move over Chris Evans. Because, I don't know, maybe he lost the part to Taron Egerton. I have no idea.
Robert Wilson and Josh Gad eyed for Little Shop of Horrors.
That would not have been bad, actually. Little Shop of Horrors, Chris Evans to be a... Oh, they wanted Chris Evans to be Oren. Okay, that's weird. I could see it though.
Oren. Yeah, that would be fun. I could see that being fun.
Be a dentist. But yeah, with the cast they have, it has to be more of a darker reboot, right?
Okay, so this one,
like, these aren't actors really known for their campiness. Although I've seen Chris Evans do campy.
They're saying, it looks like they're leaning more towards Taron Egerton for Seymour.
Right.
Which is what I can see that. I can see that.
I am totally okay with it being
Seymour. I totally get the Rick Moranis thing. And then they can still do Eminem as Audrey too.
I think that is the greatest casting I've ever heard.
It's hilarious and awesome at the same time. Oh my God.
Although it would have to be rated R for language.
I think it should be anyways, for the simple fact that it's a comedy horror.
Right, well, okay, but fine, but no, I was just joking.
Even if they give us just one good, gory money shot of that plant eating someone, that would be a lot of fun.
Right.
And this is the thing too. If they're not going to make it campy, it's got to be a really unique blend of both scary, exotic, and beautiful for this plant to be believable that it's in a shop or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, people have to see it and both marvel and then not fear it, right?
I've come around to your thinking. Like, at first I was like, well, campy's part of what makes it so great, but yeah, I think you're right. Like, we've seen campy, and maybe I've seen more than
campy, and if they're going to do a remake, this is how to put a good spin on it.
Maybe
right?
I've
make
seen,
it unique.
I've seen more than most people because I have seen the show, like stage version, like 4 or 5 times, as well as the movie a lot. So maybe I'm on, you know, I have a different perspective, but you know, I'm ready for something different, you know, and I think.
And we know Taron Egerton does drama well. He's a great singer. So, like,
yeah, he is.
I mean, so the combination of the two, like, I feel like, and not only that, but going.
Like,
Taron
I feel like
Egerton
Emily Blunt would have been a better Audrey.
That would have been great too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
well,
sorry.
No, you're fine. But like Taron Egerton, for me, he's so versatile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having him stretch into doing comedy and horror, we've seen comedy in basically any of his roles, right? In all of his roles. We've also seen the drama in the first Kingsman. Yeah, for me, what keeps it so exciting about Taron Egerton is that he's so versatile. We've seen him in so many different roles, from
and we
drama,
don't have
comedy.
I don't think we quite have Taron Egerton fatigue yet. I think we
Right.
get to that where there is a popular star or starlet, and so Hollywood casts them in fucking everything.
Part of the reason why there may not ever get to a Taron Egerton fatigue,
Yeah.
is because he hasn't been typecast.
That is true. He's been very good.
You see what I'm saying?
He's
It's
like
like
James McAvoy. Like, he picks a lot
It's
of different
always
parts.
they're always unique roles, and you know, not only that, but I feel like we get fatigue on certain celebrities because eventually
Well, they play the same roles.
Well, and it's all ends up being cash money stuff because
Yeah.
every studio wants to have their own dip into the same pot. So if Taron Egerton had done 6 other action movies at every other major studio right after the Kingsman, we wouldn't care about any of those, and then we wouldn't take his next we wouldn't take his next film outing as seriously. But Taron Egerton is consistent, amazing performance, one right after the other. This guy can polish turds, you know what I mean, for the most part.
Right.
Other than Robin Hood. Again, other than Robin Hood. The exclusion is Robin Hood.
I was staying in a hotel for a conference a couple months ago, and they were playing that Robin Hood on the TV while I was there. That's all I've seen of it. It was like 20 minutes worth, but it was enough for me to be like, okay, so that's why it bombed. Like, just the way it was edited, and it was together, like, it looked like Van Helsing from 2004. Like, that's what it looked like.
Right, and it felt like when the bits and pieces that I had seen of the Robin Hood movie, because I just lost interest every single time I've tried to watch it. Feels like they're going for the grandeur of Lord of the Rings and Kingdom of Heaven and all the other
that's not Robin
Hoods before that. But they're missing the mark because they don't make any of the characters relatable. Everybody's this awesome action hero star, and we get sick of bland action movies. And repeat that. Right,
and I'm not the guy that's all like, so I do not want origin stories of everything, but why don't we have more Robin Hood origins? I guess that one is an origin. I'm sorry, but
if you want a proper Robin Hood origin, Netflix, whoever, call me. I have either a series or a movie. We can adapt it into either 2 full seasons. It's going to be gorgeous, historically accurate. I prefer History Channel. Call me. I see what you do with Vikings. I love you guys. Thank you. But yeah, like,
I mean, because I've read multiple. I auditioned for a role in Robin Hood once, and part of my preparation was reading books, reading different stories of it, and like what I found most interesting was like how he got. Like how the merry men, all joined up in his ranks and everything, and like kind of getting the backstories from that, and like how he kind of built this band out of nothing. Like I thought that was interesting.
Well, and those
not the fact that he's a rich guy that decides that he's going to go against the rest of the rich. Like that.
No, yeah, exactly.
Unless you have Bernie Sanders play Robin Hood, in which case that's great.
That's a good one. Okay, so. Should Barry Sanders play Seymour?
What?
Should Barry Sanders play Seymour in Little Shop of Horrors, or should it be Taron Egerton?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Let us know. Comments below.
In the comments below.
I think Bernie Sanders is going to win this one.
That's right now we have Bernie Sanders as Seymour, Eminem as Audrey 2, and Michelle Obama as. It's the female lead.
I think it should be Larry David as Bernie Sanders.
Larry David as Bernie Sanders. It would be perfect. He can actually play Bernie Sanders.
He can. What? No. Yes, thanks for coming. No. Yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe on our channel. If you want some bonus features that aren't like this, go ahead and subscribe to our Patreon. Yeah, and did I mention that we have a movie out called The Here and Now on Amazon Prime? Yeah, get out! Go!